working with personal assistants and support workers. What do you like about direct payments?
Well, it's the freedom and the independence that it gives, in that I'm choosing when I want people to come in, what I need them to do, and who, more importantly in a way, who is doing it. The number of PAs that I have, which I understand is fairly large, and it's 10, it does allow me to live here independently, which I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Running 10 people does give me the ability to fill in with people and ask for fill-ins when someone's off sick or on holiday. So it does give me that adaptability, but it also means there's a lot more admin, of course.
How do you organise the admin?
It's a mixture, I suppose, but mainly I suppose the best tip would be to get a very good PA, one who's with you quite a lot of the time, and get help with the organisation from that particular person.
Marchant has part-time PA support, and Sue, his mum, regularly talks to him and his personal assistants about how it's going.
It's useful to get feedback from the child as to how the person is doing. So at the end, when Claire and David have gone home, I've said to Marchant, how did that feel? Is there anything that didn't quite work for you? I think you need to have an open approach that they can actually say if there's something that's not working for them. Because if they're not happy, I wouldn't want them to be my son anyway. So, is there anything they're not comfortable with doing? And if you ask them to do something that might be a little bit more challenging, when I was on the trampoline, for example, do you want to take over from me? Do you want to be on the trampoline with Marchant? How is that for you? Is it comfortable for you? It's just little things, just being aware and just asking them, because the thing that I find with PAs to begin with is that they're so polite that they don't actually, say if there's something wrong. So that's what you need to be able to do, leave that space.
Many people have found that clear guidelines and house rules for PAs and support workers have been really helpful.
We made some mistakes at the beginning, but actually what I did do fairly soon was to write a list of, we call them house rules, and that sounds very fussy, but actually I'm very clear. I don't want somebody just walking into the room when I'm in a room. I want them to knock on the door first. I don't want somebody smoking in my house. It's been really helpful because it provides some direction for people when they come to the house. They know what's okay and what's not okay, what food they can help themselves to, what they can't, to make drinks any time, whatever. It's all of those little things that just got out of the way straight off by being written down. I also wrote out some advanced directives for people. So one of the big concerns, I think, for people with mental health support needs using direct payments is the issue about safety and the issue about being in control and what happens when you're seen to be not in control. So we have in a file a list of advanced directives, so support workers know exactly what to do if I'm unwell or seeming to be unwell, and those are all things that I have decided I want to happen when I'm well. So although I might say something different at the time, actually they know that when I'm well, this is what I would really want to happen, and so they can follow those directives. Now we review those, we revisit them. After any sort of crisis situation, we would go back and look at those and look at whether we need to develop more or amend them. So they're kind of working documents, really, but have been really useful.
The sorts of things that I need for myself assistance with range from getting up in the morning to showering, dressing, and with food preparation. I need help with driving. Because in fact I have quite a high assistance need level, I'm able to employ somebody here on a full-time basis. So I have somebody here who lives in my property and also works for me. Now obviously they don't work for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without a stop. So I do need somebody to fill in the gaps. So I have a number of people who come in part-time as well. I employ all my PAs directly at the moment, plus my full-time person works 2 weeks on, 1 week off on their rota, and during their week off I actually have somebody coming down from a specialist spinal care agency.
How do you find the mix of your own PAs and agency workers?
Well, for me it works extremely well. I actually like having a number of different people here now and then. I wouldn't like to have somebody different every week, because then it becomes quite hard going, because every time you have somebody new you need to spend some time introducing them to your house, to your way of working, to the things you need doing, to exactly how you want those things done for you, how you actually have your assistance delivered in all sorts of different scenarios.